What do we think about when we hear the word museum?
Perhaps precious works of art?
Historical vases?
Or how about exhibits featuring other underrepresented groups?
In 1988, Lady Salah S. Shabazz started the Black Inventions Museum.
It grew from a 2-table display to a 15-table exhibit in California. And my exhibit toured in the US and in Africa during the 1990s. Those exhibits have educated over 1 million people in 4 countries and 38 US states.
In 2008, Francis Jeffers expanded the mandate to showcase inventors and inventions from other cultures and traditions. The Canadian Multicultural Inventors Museum was founded to showcase Asian, Latin American, Indigenous, and female inventors and innovators.
The Canadian Multicultural Inventors Museum, or CMIM, has showcased these exhibits since the 1990s, producing traveling exhibits that highlight innovators from a wide variety of communities.
These exhibits can be presented at schools, events, or corporations, where our teams will lead patrons through a guided tour of the exhibit and provide engaging interactive activities. And while we have been showcasing these exhibits since the 90s, CMIM is excited to be expanding operations to include virtual exhibits, resources for teachers, and extended social innovation projects. In an ever-changing world, our traveling exhibits aim to promote positive images and self-esteem in children and adults to teach people of all ethnicities about the contributions that diverse innovators from around the world have given to society.
So, what does this mean for us?
This means we can expose people to many individuals who have overcome barriers to achieve great things. My name is Irene Uchida, and I pioneered the field of cytogenetics in Canada, which helped enable early screenings for chromosomal abnormalities.
Or my invention, which was an automatic lubricator that spread oil evenly over a train's engine while it was still moving. My invention meant that I helped make train travel more efficient.
And in 1998, I became the first Indigenous woman to train as a psychiatrist in Canada, developing emergency psychiatric services, consultation services, and case management for Indigenous people with psychiatric disorders.
We live in a city with people from all over the world, and in order to make people respect each other and live well together, we need to learn about the contributions that others have made to the city and in the world.
Hello, my name is Francis Jeffers. I was born in the native isle of the Caribbean, which is the island of Dominica. Came to Canada at the age of 16. And proud that eventually I went to University of Toronto and did a degree in biochemistry and had the privilege of moving on to work at Connaught Laboratories. Connaught Laboratories was the lab where Banting and Best and Fitzgerald actually discovered insulin and gifted the world insulin, a product which is one of the greatest inventions of the world because 10% of the world suffers from diabetes. And interestingly enough, Banting Best did not get a patent for insulin, but actually donated it to the world. This is the Canadian heritage that we have. This is the country that we live in, that we're passionate about. Eventually worked at in the areas of quality control, production planning, the diversity, marketing. I had a wonderful career for 32 years. But what was a particular interest of mine was the lack of representation of people of African descent in the world of STEM and particularly in the areas of life sciences that I was involved with. And that led me on a journey to start the organization called Visions of Science Network for Learning, which was a network of science clubs in the Greater Toronto area, which created an environment for students from grade 4 to grade 8 to have fun and make it an interactive process of learning science and technology. Coming out of that was the issue that the history of innovation was very important for the young people so that they anchor themselves in the history of innovation and also they are the future of innovation. So coming out of that was the organization called the Canadian Multicultural Inventors Museum, which then created an organization which focused on looking at the history of innovation from from a lens, a diversity lens. It allowed that all Canadians, regardless of whatever their background, got to learn about the history of their people, whoever they are, regardless of their race, their nationality, the country of origin, their gender, their sexuality, and understand that everybody has played a role in the world of innovation and the history of innovation. And what it does then is put that young person at the center of the science so that they understand their role, see their role of how they, from a cultural point of view, got involved in science and technology and now given the inspiration so that they could move from consumers to innovators within the science field. I think that this opportunity is an opportunity as Canadians that, and the multicultural aspect of Canada allows us to use that to grow Canada and continue the contributions that Canadians have given to the world. So I want to wish you a happy Emancipation Day, and I hope that you have a wonderful day celebrating our Canadianness.
So, what will you discover today? Check out www.multiculturalmuseums.org or follow us on Instagram at cmim.canada. Also, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, or contact us at multiculturalmuseums.org/contact for more information.